Hey guys, Carmen Mohan here. I want to start off by saying thank you to you guys. The love, the energy, the feedback. You guys are literally what I live for. So the other day in my tax office, I had a bunch of questions from different clients asking me, hey Carmen, how do I minimize my tax liability? What is a write-off? What's a deduction? A deduction are going to be different expenses that you incur throughout the year that you want to write off on your taxes. So that's what today's video is about. Today's video is about educating you guys on the different type of write-offs or deductions that are available out there for you to minimize your tax liability as a taxpayer. So let's talk about them. I'm going to go into 5 different categories. Category number 1 is going to be medical expenses. So we all know that hospital bills and medical expenses are really high, right? So what can we write off and what we can't write off? For those of you that have insurance, must pay some type of co-pays. Yes, your co-pays are write-offs. You are allowed to deduct those off your tax return. What are some other type of medical expenses that most people incur throughout the year, the common person? Eyeglasses. If you buy a nice pair of eyeglasses, you can use that as a write-off for your tax deduction. Any other types of medical expenses, if you did any type of teeth work, any type of large purchase that had some type of medical reasoning behind it, you can write that off on your tax return. The second category is going to be taxes you paid. Let's talk about some of the taxes that you probably paid throughout the year that are going to be write-offs for you guys, deductions. They're going to help minimize your liability. Like what? If you're a homeowner, your real estate taxes, your property taxes, those are going to be main crucial write-offs for you because they're going to minimize your liability. Category number 3 is going to be interest. Throughout the year, you may have incurred interest on some of your debt. Let's say student loans. If you have student loans, you're paying interest on that loans. That interest that you pay on those loans throughout the year is a tax write-off. Let's talk about if you're a homeowner. You'll probably have a mortgage. If you have a mortgage, you're paying interest on that mortgage yearly. You're going to want to write off that interest on that mortgage. If you have any type of stocks or bonds, you're going to want to write off the interest on those. Let's move on to the next category. Category number 4 is going to be charity. Everyone knows church tithes are write-off deductions. Did you know that? Every dollar that you contribute to your churching or your tithing or any type of other charitable contribution is going to be a write-off. Let's say you donated some clothes or some shoes to Salvation Army. Those are going to be tax write-offs. Let's say you donated a car. You called Cars for Kids or one of these local companies to come tow your vehicle. They should give you a tax write-off receipt. When you go to drop off your stuff at Salvation Army, they should also give you a write-off receipt. These are things you're going to want to bring to your tax professional wherever you file your taxes at. You're going to want to let them know the different types of donations that you made to charity throughout the year. Let's move into the next category. Category number 5 is going to be job expenses. Everyone knows you can write off mileage, but they don't know the rules. What are the rules? Can you write off mileage going to work and from work? No, that's a myth. Let's say you have multiple jobs. You can write off the mileage if you're traveling from one job to the second job. That mileage is qualified as a deduction, as a write-off. Let's talk about any other expenses. Let's say you did a work training. Let's say you did some type of training that you had to pay for, some type of class, college class, or training, or you went to some type of workshop or seminar. Any expenses that you've incurred trying to better yourself or your career is a write-off. What are other job expenses or deductions that you can write off? We talked about trainings. We talked about mileage from job 1 to job 2. The third one will be any parking tolls or fees. If you inquired any parking tolls or fees throughout the year, you can write those off as tax deductions too. Any type of monies that you've had to spend on meals or entertainment for work purposes, you can also write those off as well. So it's pretty simple. For job expenses, we're going to do anything that helped us better our career. Any type of mileage from traveling to multiple jobs, from one job to the other job. Any types of advancements, any types of expenses we incurred. Maybe we got a ticket while parking at work, or maybe we had to write off our mileage. So I hope this long list of deductions really helped you guys out. I want to be able to help you guys minimize your liability. You want to definitely make sure that you are writing off as much as you possibly can, especially for my business owners. As you start to become your business, there's an additional write-off that you can use for your home-based business. If you have a home-based business, there is a write-off for the percentage of your workspace that you use in your home. I want to make sure that you guys get all the information you need to be able to minimize your own liability and be able to pay as minimal taxes as possible, because you know that taxes is one of those tricky topics that ends up being very expensive if we are uneducated and unaware. So thank you guys for listening. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel and definitely check me out. And I'm gonna work this whole week to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. With tax season upon us, we want to make sure that you guys are educated and you guys are making the right money moves so that we can all progress together. So definitely subscribe and check me out on social media. Carmen Mohan.